If you read the title to this video and wondered who in the world is YAYLO, well, that stands for you and your loved ones. And today we're going to find out how to protect your hearing and claim your $150 Visa gift card. So stay tuned.
Stop, huh? What? Come again, what did you say? With Best Hearing Aid Solutions today.
Welcome to Best Hearing Aid Solutions. Today we'll be talking about how to protect your hearing and your loved one's hearing too. Or if there already is a hearing loss, we'll be talking about how to protect the hearing that remains. But first, we have a little video testimonial from one of our cherished clients here at Best Hearing Aid Solutions. Mr. Johnny Winters has a few words to say, and here he is now.
Hello, I'm Johnny Winters. I've been coming to Mr. Darrell at Best Hearing Aid. I suffer from a hearing loss long as I can remember as a little boy. But since I came to Best Hearing Aid with Mr. Darrell, I can truly say my life has truly changed.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words, Mr. Winters. It's really moving to know how hearing your best has really changed your life for the better. And that's at the core of what we do here at Best Hearing Aid Solutions. It's why we come in early and stay late. It's why we make house calls. And it's why we stay at the leading edge of technology for about a dozen different hearing aid manufacturers. It's about making a difference in people's lives that makes it all worth it for us. And we appreciate your feedback so much. And to everyone else, please keep those success stories and feedback coming. Now, I'd like to talk for a moment about hearing aid prices at Best Hearing Aid Solution. People often are surprised to find out that our prices are the same or better than online sellers or the big box stores for the exact same hearing aids. They ask us, how can you compete on pricing? Well, the fact is that we have teamed up with a large network of independent audiologists and hearing instrument specialist practices into various buying groups. This allows us to combine our buying power and lower our costs for purchasing top-level hearing aids. It's for that reason we can go toe-to-toe on pricing with the big box stores. And when you factor in quality of service and continuity of care, there's really no comparison. We make the decision to choose Best Hearing Aid Solutions so easy. As promised, next we're going to talk about how to protect your hearing and your loved one's hearing with some tips you can pass on to them. You see, hearing loss is often a lifelong accumulation of damage that occurs as a result of overexposure to loud noises. And face it, it can be a noisy world out there. So we need to know how to protect ourselves and our children and our grandchildren's hearing. First of all, mowers, trimmers, and weed eaters. Many people don't realize how noisy those things can be. We see that loudness measurement in decibels from my mower and leaf blower. This one's coming in at a whopping 103 decibels. Something else to be especially careful of if you have younger family members operating lawn equipment is that they may be tempted to put on their earbuds and just turn the music up to the point where it drowns out the sound of the equipment they're operating. This is a very bad idea. You see, turning up the earbuds to the point where it overpowers the mower sound, it can cause significant damage to your ears. The sensible solution is to make sure that they're wearing over-the-ear hearing protection. This will allow them to turn up their music to a comfortable level for them and a safe level for them while using their earbuds. The next high-risk activity that we'll talk about today is shooting. Always make sure that you have good hearing protection whenever you're shooting, either on the range or out in the field hunting. At the shooting range, I suggest wearing foam earplugs like the ones we saw a moment ago, and the kind that go over the ear. The over-the-ear muffs do a great job. This not only keeps the sharp blast from entering your ear canal, it also protects the mastoid bone behind the ear. That's important because really loud sounds can actually be conducted through the bone behind the ear directly into the cochlea. And inside the cochlea is where most of the damage from loud sounds occurs. In the field while you're hunting, you may want to invest in some custom-made hearing protection. This allows you to carry on a normal conversation, but strongly suppresses any sounds like the sharp report of a rifle or a shotgun. This is something that we make here at Best Hearing Aid Solutions for many of our hunters, so if you're interested in that, just give us a call. Flying and scuba diving pose a couple of different risks. One is the rapid change in barometric pressure that occurs that can cause your ears to have that uncomfortable pressurized feeling. Normally, our eustachian tube, which connects the middle ear to an opening in the back of the throat, balances that pressure, but when the pressure changes too rapidly, this can be a problem. Sometimes we may try to equalize the pressure by holding our nose and kind of blowing to clear out our ears. Be very careful doing this, because I've got a couple of patients who actually ruptured their eardrums with this maneuver. One other option to that is to use a chewing motion to help the eustachian tube do its job. Another is to do sort of a yawning action that can help exercise the eustachian tube. A second risk you may experience on an airplane goes back to noise exposure. If you're sitting near or over the wing where most large aircraft engines are mounted, you may want to consider using foam plugs. Those earplugs like we talked about earlier. This is something I learned from seasoned airline pilots when I used to do a lot of flying myself. Another activity that can cost us some hearing are motorsports. Loud engine sounds from car motors or motorcycles can do some significant damage over time, and it just makes sense to protect ourselves. Also, if you ride a motorcycle, you may want to invest in some foam earplugs or even some custom-made earplugs. These can be configured to work with your stereo or two-way radio or even with your phone and help prevent fatigue and the inevitable hearing loss that comes from overexposure to wind noise at high speeds. Music is another area of concern. Of course, over the decades, the loud music of live concerts has sent many concert goers home with ringing ears, a sure sign of overexposure to loud noises. This can be prevented with the simple foam plugs that we talked about earlier that allow us to enjoy music without damaging our auditory system. Industrial noise is the last risk we'll talk about today, and one that we'll mention only briefly because OSHA has mandated guidelines on wearing hearing protection. One area that's getting overlooked, I think, is farming and ranching. In my experience, farming and ranching is one of those industries that uses a lot of heavy equipment, which is often poorly regulated and poorly maintained. So if you're in an agricultural setting, you may want to wear your hearing protection. Well, I hope this information has helped. So if you need adjustments to your current hearing aids to keep them working their best, just give us a call at Best Hearing Aid Solutions. That number is 713-322-8315. And we have a great selection of the world's leading technology at very competitive prices, so we'll let you try them out for free. And as promised, there's a special offer with this video. When you refer a friend or family member who we ultimately help with their hearing exclusively through Best Hearing Aid Solutions, we'll be mailing you a $150 gift card or sending it to the charity of your choice. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, remember to click the like and subscribe button, and if you'd like to receive notifications whenever we post another video, just click the little bell. Thanks again.
Stop, huh? What? Come again, what did you say? With Best Hearing Aid Solutions today.